In this video, I'm going to play every GTA game ever. That's 10 games, spanning 16 years between 1997 and 2013. I will also review the 3 handheld GTA games Rockstar made for the Sony PSP and Nintendo DS. I bet there isn't one single person watching this video who hasn't heard of Grand Theft Auto while growing up, and that most of you have played at least one GTA game. My own childhood was influenced heavily by games such as San Andreas, Vice City, and GTA 4, and millions more like me who grew up in the early 2000s also enjoyed these games, which often contained some extra spicy stuff that we had to hide from our parents whenever they walked into the room. If you know, you know. And that was fun, because you could never predict what kind of crazy stuff Rockstar would add into the next GTA title. And this video is my way of celebrating the GTA series for all the entertainment and unique experiences it's provided me over the years. It's also a bit of a retrospective here to show you guys just how much the Grand Theft Auto games have changed during this time. To kick things off, we've got Grand Theft Auto, the original, released in November of 1997. That's right, folks, this game is literally from the last century, and a lot of you watching right now probably weren't even born back then. The graphics are a little pixelated, as you'd expect from a 1990s top-down action game. Oh, and the best part about this game, it has a dedicated fart and burp button. Rockstar sure knew their audience. Journalists excoriated this game for being violent, and sure, you can run over people in your stolen car while shooting at cops, but that is still relatively tame compared to some of the stuff that we were seeing in games like Mortal Kombat and Doom, which were released before Grand Theft Auto. All things considered, I'd definitely recommend the first GTA to fans of old 2D action games. It isn't perfect, and the controls are awful, but Rockstar had the components for something truly great. It just needed a bit more time in the development of it. And I guess 2 years wasn't enough time, because GTA 2 barely improved anything over the original. I would even argue it has a worse setting than before, because now you're in some nameless retro-futuristic metropolis rather than a city modeled after current-day America. The first GTA got this part right. Just look at the world map from GTA 1. It had Libertry City, San Andreas, and Vice City. On the other hand, I like the visual improvements made by Rockstar for GTA 2. It even has this really corny live-action intro cinematic. And who can forget the most important addition, a jump button, that makes you feel like everyone's favorite Italian plumber, but serves no real gameplay purpose other than looking goofy and out of place. Overall, GTA 2 was a side grade and didn't improve enough things to be considered a step forward, but GTA was still headed in the right direction here, and all it needed was a little push. And that push came with the first 3D GTA game, Grand Theft Auto 3, released just 2 years after GTA 2, yet the difference is night and day. Like 4D chess versus GTA 2's 2D checkers. How did Rockstar make such a great leap in such a small amount of time? I guess we'll never know. The graphics, sound design, attention to detail, and atmosphere of this game were next level by 2001 standards. Finally, we had a proper story and voiced characters inside of a Grand Theft Auto game, a map with all sorts of interactable buildings, NPCs, side missions, collectibles, and more, and this game is endlessly replayable because of how its sandbox functions. You can go anywhere at any time and do anything you want. It feels like a living, breathing world. The story is still amazing today, with memorable characters that look and act like they're straight out of an old mafia movie. And sure, GTA 3 had its wacky moments and satirical storylines, but it felt grounded and believable on a scale that had never been done before by any other game. And then Rockstar dropped the ultimate Cuban drug lord simulator with Vice City, which was basically a love letter to Scarface and Miami Vice. This game reused the engine from GTA 3, which is probably why Rockstar was able to crank it out in just 1 year, but the atmosphere and attention to detail are on a whole other level from GTA 3. Vice City is also the video game equivalent of the synthwave craze. It's a romanticized version of 1980s Miami with all the things you'd expect. Mafia bosses, gang wars, speedboats, Ferraris, but the execs at Rockstar must have gone through Tony Montana's entire stash because they went balls out for Vice City. Hiring legends like Ray Liotta, Gary Busey, and Danny Trejo to voice important characters in this game was a genius move. This was the time gaming was finally going mainstream, and having actual Hollywood stars in their big budget video game blockbuster gave Rockstar some serious street cred. It truly is no wonder that GTA Vice City absolutely smashed through GTA 3's sales records and sold nearly 18 million copies by 2008. Now you're probably thinking here, what could Rockstar possibly do to surpass the earth-shattering success of Vice City? How could they ever top Tommy Vercetti's story and the gorgeous visual style of 1980s Miami? I'll tell you how. With GTA San Andreas. To this day, many hardcore GTA fans consider San Andreas to be the best game in the entire series, and for good reason. It has an awesome story, memorable characters voiced by talented actors, some extremely meme-worthy scenes, and loads of cool action sequences. This was the GTA game that, in my opinion, managed to get the perfect blend of hilarity and realism. One moment you were having a serious gang war to protect your hood, the next, you were infiltrating Area 51 to steal a secret alien jetpack. San Andreas was also big. It had the largest map ever of any GTA game until that point, with multiple cities and special zones within each city that were controlled by gangs. The game even had light RPG mechanics, so depending on the vibe you were going for, you could either turn your CJ into an anorexic hobo or the next Mr. Olympia. By 2005, GTA was a household name among console and PC gamers, but Rockstar had yet to venture into the handheld market, and so they did, with a prequel to GTA 3, set in Liberty City called Liberty City Stories. It was released on Sony's shiny new handheld, the PSP. Development for Liberty City Stories was also handed off to Rockstar Leeds, who were a subsidiary of Rockstar North. But instead of just taking the easy path and selling a downgraded version of Grand Theft Auto 3, they created a new story, new protagonist, and new gameplay mechanics. While the map wasn't as big as San Andreas, it did have more indoor areas, motorbikes, and clothing than the original GTA 3 that released on the PlayStation 2. Just 1 year later, the same team dropped the Vice City Stories, which was a prequel to, you guessed it, Vice City. This game introduced the empire building system through which you could build a massive drug empire from scratch by stealing properties from rival bosses and engaging in gang wars. The gang wars were similar to what you would get in San Andreas, but with the added benefit of securing new businesses every time you won a war. And if you've been paying attention so far, you realize that the last mainline GTA was San Andreas, released in 2004. Ever since then, Rockstar had just been pumping out handheld GTA games for the PSP. These were fun, but fans of the series were itching to see what Rockstar could accomplish with the power of 7th gen consoles. The PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 were a massive step up from the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox, but Rockstar made us wait 4 entire years, and then we finally got a whiff of what they'd been cooking this entire time. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Grand Theft Auto 4. The first time I played GTA 4, I was astonished at how realistic the vehicle physics and damage models were, but most of all, I was impressed by the sheer size and detail of Liberty City, which is based on New York. GTA 4 was a darker, grittier take on the classic American dream story, and it had a level of maturity I'd never seen before in a GTA game. Nico Bellic's struggles as an immigrant looking to make it big in America resonated with me, and his cousin's goofy antics never failed to put a smile on my face. In fact, the ragdoll physics and car handling in this game are even better than what you get in GTA 5. I know, tall claim, but check this out. Now compare that to GTA 5, which has a less realistic but more fun and engaging driving model. You can see the merits of both approaches. Neither's wrong, but GTA 4's more realistic model suits the overall theme of what Rockstar was going for with this game. The cops and pedestrians also got an AI buff with this game too, so they act more realistically to your provocations, whereas GTA 5, the cops will go from 0 to calling the National Guard on your ass if you so much as sneeze in their general direction. All things considered, GTA 4 holds up extremely well 16 years later, and is my personal favorite entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. After GTA 4, we got another portable GTA game, Chinatown Wars, which was released in 2009 for the Nintendo DS as well as the PSP. It's a love letter from Rockstar Leeds to the old 2D top-down GTA games from the 1990s, but this time you had a fully rotating camera so you could observe your character doing candies in glorious 480p resolution. I love this game's cel-shaded art style as well. It's like playing an interactive GTA comic book, except you're the bad guy, and instead of superpowers, you've got a empire. Now let's fast forward to 2013. It's been 5 years since GTA 4, and people are beginning to wonder if Rockstar still has that magic, if it's even possible to exceed the accomplishments of GTA 4. Expectations were high. Rockstar had already changed the gaming landscape once with GTA 3, they did it again with GTA San Andreas, and a third time when they dropped GTA 4. But despite their stellar track record, nobody could have predicted just how much of a cultural phenomenon the next GTA game would be. GTA 5 shattered every single sales record and became the fastest entertainment property to gross $1 billion, a record that still stands to this date. As of today, it's sold over 200 million copies. And while Grand Theft Auto 4 had a mature and more grounded story, Grand Theft Auto 5 pivoted us back to the more lighthearted antics of old GTA games. So bring on the clown shoes and fart jokes, because I absolutely adore this game and its triple protagonist system. For the very first time, you got a GTA game with the same story being told from 3 different perspectives that coincide perfectly to create a brilliant climax. The online mode is a whole other world in and of itself, with endless possibilities for role-playing and customization and personalization that put GTA 5 on the same tier as dedicated fantasy MMOs. Rockstar keeps releasing new content for the game, and there are people, like yours truly, who have dedicated their entire YouTube career to GTA Online. In fact, the world of GTA Online has become so profitable that Rockstar hasn't needed to make any new GTA games thus far. Just look at the previous decade. The only game they've released since 2013 is Red Dead Redemption 2, and they abandoned its online mode to focus on GTA 5's online mode, which was making a lot more money, as well as develop GTA 6. Shark cards and GTA Plus subscriptions alone make $1 billion each year for Rockstar, which is more than what most AAA games make in their lifetime. Now hopefully, with GTA 6, Rockstar can remind the entire world that they've still got that magic touch. They're capable of defying all expectations and establishing new frontiers in the landscape of open world games, and I'm extremely confident in their next installment in the series. And that's it, guys. The entire history of Grand Theft Auto from 1997 until now. It's simply one of the most influential gaming franchises of all time, and it's been the consistent top seller across multiple console generations for over a decade now. To say that GTA redefined the gaming industry's outlook on open world action sandboxes would be a massive understatement. Rockstar established the formula and honed it to perfection, breaking multiple sales records with each subsequent release. Now I'm curious to know about your first experience with GTA and how you got into it. Back in the day, before mass media and internet hype, we only had word of mouth, friends gossiping in school about the latest and greatest video games that they'd recently played. Let me know in the comments which GTA you like the most. For me, it's still gonna be GTA 4, even though I put an ungodly amount of time into GTA Online over the past few years. Guys, if you found this video entertaining, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more retrospective content like this in the future. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Adios, amigos.